What's going on YouTube? Boss Jacoby here, back again with another competitive gaming video, and this is a commentary on one of the most asked and most wanted topics that I think I've ever done a commentary on. And today, as the title implies, I'm going to be talking about my tips on how to find a very good team very fast and very easy. And this is something that obviously everyone wants, and it's not the same amount of ease for everybody. So I just want to warn you guys that sometimes it doesn't work, and whatever. But for me and the experiences that I've had, it's been nothing but successful. So let me go ahead and start, and then I'll explain a little bit more. So first of all, I find that it's very difficult to just jump in with three people. All four of you have never played together before. I find that is very, very difficult because you're building from the ground up. You don't know if everybody's as dedicated as you are. You don't know when they're going to be on as far as time zones or stuff like that. So I recommend one of two ways. Now, the first way is to, and this is the way that I'm not going to be explaining too much, and then the other one I'll dive in more depth with. But the first way is to join a team of three. So essentially, and I'm going to talk about this in a little bit because I want to explain how to do this, not just that you should do it, because that's something that a lot of people, maybe not a lot of people, but some people do. They're like, you should do this. Well, that's great, but how do I do it? I don't know how. So I'll explain that in just a little bit. But joining a team of three allows you to join a team that already has predetermined chemistry. All you have to do is play with them and see if you're a good fit. And by the way, that gameplay on the gameplay note, that was a sick grenade right there that led to the return by Zim. But anyways, I'll talk about that in a second as well. So again, joining a team of three makes it so that you're already on a team with great chemistry, and if you're a player that can fit a lot of different roles, like for me, I can run the flag like I'm doing right here. That's perfectly fine if I need to. I can slay. I have plenty of gameplays where I drop 30 or 25 or more. I even have a few where I drop 20 on one side, so I can do that. For me, it happened to work. I joined ZM when it was Bomber reputed Bomber reputed in Zim, and we fit perfectly. And if it wasn't for the fact that a few of them couldn't afford it, which is totally okay, we would be here as a team right now, and possibly have gone to Anaheim, Raleigh, Orlando, Providence, whatever the case may be. But economics for them just wouldn't make that possible. But that's a different story. So joining a team of three works fantastic. Days before Anaheim, we beat Fear on a bad host for us, in fact. And it's things like that. If you join a team with chemistry, even though we had only played for a few days, we were already able to pick it up. I was a decent player I was decent at fitting into any kind of play style, and that's why we were so successful. And I really do wish we still had that team, but I think that this new team I'll talk about in a second should be in fact better. So anyways, that's one way. Join a team of three. Chemistry will be there. As long as there's dedicated and on the same skill level, you'll be fine. The next way, and this is the way I want to talk about a lot more, because this is what I tend to do way more often, is to form a duo. So it's going to be you and one other person, and team up with another duo. Now, a lot of people, or it's common to see that you'll see two people try and find two more, and the two other people that they decided to team up with have never played with one another before, and that's not what you want to do. So let me explain why forming a duo is really good. So first of all, it allows you to improve yourselves without relying on multiple people, because very, very often it'll be Casper and I, because that's kind of my duo right now, and I hope that it stays that way forever, until we're done with competitive gaming in a year or 2 years, whatever it may be. I don't even know. I can't even begin to think about that. But anyways, forming a duo allows you to improve yourselves without relying on other people. You can get in any scrim you want. As long as you're on the same team, you will be improving yourself as a two-man team, if you will. And that makes it way easier because you can scrim with random people that you don't even know. And it's very easy, and I'll talk about that in a second as well, because some people are confused as to how to get in these practice games. And again, I'll cover that in just a little bit. But this is a way where you don't have to wait for two other people to get online. You don't have to, sync up with their time zones or wait for them to finish their homework or get off work or whatever the case may be. This is a pain-free way to get practice in with a teammate very easily, very fast, and a very good way, also. So forming strats, this is important. Forming strats as a two-man team is far easier because it's less complicated. It's less complicated than doing with a full roster. So this allows you to get your stuff down, your strats down pat before looking to fill your team. It also leads to you both being better overall players, meaning that it'll be easier to team up with better players because obviously, if you play against a team and they just kill you, they're not going to want to team up with you. But if you guys get better as a two-man team, and then you face them and you do really well, they're going to be far more likely to want to team up with you. So the next thing is when you decide to make the leap from a two-man team to a four-man team, when you actually look for those two more players, you'll already understand your strats and the basics behind how the other two teammates work together because of your extensive experience in a two-player system. So, it's very, very easy to understand how two players work together, and even if you don't know where your other two teammates, the new guys, go on each map, you know how generally they're going to work together, and that makes it way easier because you're going to have experience with that. You're going to already know one teammate inside and out, and it'll make just getting the chemistry down far easier, and it's something that's worked for me in the past. Getting back to just forming the duo without actually taking it to a four-man team, if you look at people like Kobe and Shaq, and I'm not saying by any means we're even close to them because I know we're not, but it's just an example. So if you look at somebody like Kobe and Shaq, they're way better together. Now, granted, Kobe's had great games without Shaq, and Shaq's had fantastic games without Kobe, but when they're together, or when they were together, they're practically unstoppable. They have multiple championships. They just play better together. And I feel like once you play with enough people, you'll find somebody like that. You'll find somebody that brings the best out in you, makes you play the best. When I don't play with Casper, I drop 15 to 22 kills. When I play with Casper, I drop 20 to 30 kills or 35 kills. I just seem that I can drop a lot of kills. We can play very well. We can win. I get caps and returns. This gameplay, we're playing a solid team. We're in a team scrim. We're actually playing with Casper, obviously Casper, Zim, who was on ZM, and then I'll talk about that maybe in this video or another one. And we're playing with Champ, and Champ is not, quite as good as us, or, I don't want to say that because I know he's probably going to watch this video, but we've scrimmed a lot, and he kind of understands that as well. But that's okay because we're still having fun, we're still learning how to play together, and we still do very well if it's a four-man team that's played together quite a number of times. So again, the Kobe and Shaq thing, if you find somebody that makes you play better, that's who you're going to want to play with more and more. Now, the next thing, and this is obvious, how to find your partner, and I'm going to be talking about in the next video because this video is coming to an end and I don't have enough time to cover this, and I'll talk about not only how to find your partner, but also how to find your other two teammates in either the next video or the next two videos. But for the rest of this gameplay, like I said, I don't have enough time, so I'll just be talking about the gameplay. So on this side, guys, with 2 minutes and 5 seconds left, just about, it's 1-1, and I believe we won the first side 1-0. I could be mistaken, but I was able to pick off one teammate there by back ammo, and I knew another one was in this red room, and he kept toying with me. I told Zim to go in and get him. He got taken out, and I almost was able to clean up that kill, but with 3 people down, I want you guys to pay attention to how we play this out. So we have one guy back trailer, perfect position here by Champ. Getting Artie in their spawn right off the bat is essential. Now, my job is to push up here into middle, see if I can pick anybody off. I was able to clean up one kill. Champ did an excellent job right there of stopping the opponents before they were able to get that flag across the middle road right there. He was, unfortunately taken out. I was able to clean up one kill. Then 2 of my teammates were down, and I decided to just rush it because I figured they might not think any of us are alive, and therefore I was able to get the return very easily. And then luckily, although not something I expected, I was also able to pick off that kill. So that's something where you might see me, with 3 or 4 more deaths than I should have, because I'm one of those players that will go for a flag no matter what. You saw earlier, I did one of those when he was he was trying to cap actually right where the player is right now. He was right there. I was able to jump on the flag and I got naded or something like that. Again, by camo just a few moments ago where I pointed it out. So these are deaths that, aren't always, they don't look good, but they're necessary. And a lot of people, or, it's common that people don't do this, and it's something that I think people are scared to have a bad KD or to be looked down upon. But I guarantee you guys, I'd rather go 5-50 and win than 50-5 and lose. And I think that's something that a lot of people would prefer. But anyways, it's obviously not that drastic. So this gameplay is winding down, guys. 20 seconds left. We're up by 1 or 2, in fact, because I think we end up winning the game by 2. And I don't think that we have another cap in us this round. Yeah, so we already have 3-1, 10 seconds left. That's it, guys. I went 24-17 right here with one more return. I spawned there. I realized that he was going to be running right towards me. He didn't have a chance at capturing anyways, but with a weird team kill at the last second, finished 24-17. Casper, look at that, same exact thing. I was able to get 1 flag capture. He was as well, I believe. I could be wrong. No, actually, he didn't get any, and I got 4 returns. But anyways, guys, that's it. That's how I think that you should begin to start forming your team, and I'll explain exactly how to finish that, how to find the exact people in an upcoming video. If you enjoyed this video, I know a lot of you guys have asked for it. Please hit the rate button, like or dislike. Leave a comment as well. It really, truly does help me out a lot, and I do appreciate it. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll talk to you later. See ya.